this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
No.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin vs. the World. I'm SeptumSin. Well, we're back with our fourth part of our anime stroll. We have some fun stuff to show off this time. Of course, we're still in the letter A. Now, I'm going to try and change up something. I've been kind of debating on it. Now, if it's a series, and I feel like that series is like season 1, season 2, season 3. If it goes together like plop, then that's, one thing. But if it's like a bunch of different named series or it's a sequel in movies, I will treat them as separate. So there might be a DVD stroll where it's just like movies. Now, if they're on one set, like when we get to the Halloween set, I'm just going to count that as one because it's just a set. So we'll do it like we'll do it as we go. So I have a good example of both of these in here. So the first one is, well, one of those examples is Aoi and Mitsuki, a pair of queens. Now this is one of those that I would count as different series, even though this would be considered season 2 of Space Pirate Mito, which I do have, by the way. So let's take a look at inside. So we've got this Media Blasters catalog, which I believe they're still in production. As a matter of fact, a lot of live action in here, but some cool stuff in there. I actually have all the Voltron sets that they have. We'll be getting to that in a little bit. I'll probably count the vehicle sets and the lion sets as 2. But this is there's not a lot of artwork inside, but as you can see, there's the disc art. I love my disc art. So let's take a look at the back and see what we've got here. Aoi was raised as a normal boy on Earth. Little did he know he was the heir apparent to Mito, the queen turned space pirate of an alien race that chooses their sex at puberty. Aoi fell in love with Mitsuki, the police officer who was chasing Mito, and the three of them saved the universe. Well, that's pretty much the whole of what went on in season 1 of the series. The only side effect was that Aoi had blossomed into a beautiful young woman. Now, the malevolent entity calling herself the True Clean of the universe appears with enough power to destroy entire planets. Aoi must defend her new throne, but she needs Mitsuki's help. Mitsuki must come to terms with her own feelings for Aoi so that they can defend Earth together and become the galaxy's first royal pair of queens. It's an interesting series. If you haven't seen the original, I would watch that first. But it's worth, like I said, it's worth checking out. I really enjoyed it when I was doing that. Alright, so here's one that could all have been in one, I guess, but we're going to do them as separate entries for the reason of how different they are. But we're starting off with Appleseed, the animation here. And this was the original animated series. Matter of fact, the only non-computer animated. I love that cover. I actually like that better than the other cover, but, slip covers. And let's take a look inside. Of course, you've got that artwork there. So, yeah, Owen Mitsuki unfortunately doesn't have any special features. I mean, Texas opening and ending, all 13 episodes. But this one, Appleseed, another bloody day in paradise. Olympus, the greater city in the world, a beacon of hope and a radioactive ruin, ruled by benevolent bioroid robots and policed by extra SWAT teams of heavily armed soldiers. But if everyone is happy, why is there crime? Dun dun dun. Let's see here. Daeonan Knut is an immigrant from the wasteland, sworn to protect her adopted home from the terrorist threat. Mysterious anarchists have declared war on paradise in a conspiracy which points to corruption at the heart of the city. But in a standoff between the marauding men and misleading machines, it is time for Daeonan to pick her side. Intelligent enough to stand alongside a great dystopian science fiction movies. Empire. So, let's see here. Directed by Kazuyoshi Katamaya from Giant Robo, and featuring design work from Hideki Anno from Evangelion. Appleseed is based on the best-selling manga by Ghost in the Shell creator Masamune Shiro. The special edition includes full-length commentary track by Canadian voice actress Larissa Murray and Jonathan Clement, which is the co-author of the Anime Encyclopedia. So, of course, it has both the English and Japanese tracks and character bios. Now, if they have the Japanese track, I will just assume that there's English subtitles. If there are no English subtitles, we'll definitely let you know, because that's a big drawback. There's one series on that does not have good English subtitles, and I will talk to you about that when we get to that. Maybe we got a little ways to go before that. So next is the first of the computer animated movies, titled Appleseed. I just got this in the basic DVD release. Has a few inserts, like this one here with the cover on it and all the chapters listed out. And I got a commentary card, which you can't, there we go. It's hard to read with the lighting. There we are. And of course, the soundtrack data. And of course, you've got the discard here. So, Earth's last city, Olympus, rose from the ashes of a global war and the backs of bioroids, artificial clones who make up half the city's population. Under the strict guidance of the supercomputer, humanity's last survivors enjoy an idyllic peace. But only on the surface, human terrorists within the military seek to return to power and clash with the government's E-SWAT, led by the legendary soldier Daeonan Knut and her boyfriend, who is 75% machine. Retrieving the Appleseed will end the conflict, and she holds the secret. So, of course, here you've got the widescreen. English, of course, English and Japanese. Commentary track by director and producer. Music, scene cues, and staff profiles, and of course, getting on previews. Gideon was an interesting company. I'm sad that they're gone, but still, it's interesting to see their stuff still here. So the next one is the sequel movie, Appleseed Ex Machina. You can see the back there. There are no inserts in this copy because I got it used for a couple $. Matter of fact, this one might be a done box. John Woo and Shinji Aramaki merged talents to create a futuristic thriller adapted from the popular Japanese manga series by Shiro Matsumune. Special forces soldiers Duanan, Briarios, and Terius battled to preserve peace in the city-nation of Olympus, until a stealth attack by zealots turns the city into a perilous war zone. With revolutionary computer-generated technology, breathtaking action, and rich storytelling, this fantastic adventure pits man against machine in a battle for survival. So, special features team up. John Woo and Shinji Aramaki, two top talents and an action movie master of the legend of anime world, share the Appleseed vision. Revolution, animating Ex Machina, new technology breakthroughs, powering things to an instant anime classic, and filmmaker commentaries. Also, Japanese and English languages. Alright, so, next up, you're going to be tired of hearing about Appleseed, but no worries, I've only got like one more after this one, and that is Appleseed Alpha. I got this one used as well. I always, try to get all of this stuff together. So, we will see what we can do on that gauge. So next up, let me go ahead and finish this here. From the creator of Ghost in the Shell, the director of intense post-apocalyptic prequel Appleseed Alpha, a post-war society, two mercenary soldiers are sent on a mission in the outskirts during an operation. They run Iris and Olsen, two utopian city of Olympus, who might have a way to save the world. But the ruthless Talos and the scheming warlord Two Horns have their own plans. It's up to Duanan and Barrios to safeguard their newfound contacts and help save humanity's last hope. They have filmmakers' commentary and an 11-part making-of documentary. They've had a lot of these. So the next one here is Appleseed 13, Tarios and Oranos. It's got this slipcover, which is a pretty cool slipcover. And this is the thing here. There's two specials, essentially, or movies, whatever you would call them. It does have some artwork in the back here, you can see. It's not much in the way of disc art, sadly. But there's the other side of it. And this is our anime card for Funimation, which kind of took it over after. Took on the license after. Get the high-voltage thrill ride of Appleseed, the series with none of the filler in this action two-part movie set that cuts down on the story to what you want most: bullets, explosions, and total mayhem. The extras here are original movie previews, Texas closing, and US trailers. So that's it for Appleseed. So now let's go on to another series I like, which is Aquarion. I'm going to be counting these two seasons as one entry, which is why I said this. So the first one is the original, which you can see I got used for $14.99 originally. I really like this series. I was really psyched to finally get the last season, which is not going to appear on this because I haven't watched it yet, but go Yeah. As you can see the background there. And there we go. Art. And then there's the art on that. And of course, that art. Oh, and it snagged on my goose shirt. All right. Call the ambulance and see what they want to do. So, all right, and then this is the disc art, and this is the internals. It's kind of a cool set. It's the only one I think I've got that's not of like a save or an essentials edition, but still it's pretty cool getting these two little things in this mini slim pack. When the Shadow Angels invaded 1200 years of slumber, after 1200 years of slumber, humanity is held captive by fear and sheer alien dominance. 11 years after the great catastrophe decimated the world, most of those left alive are scavengers, dirty and starving on the streets. Their last hope, however, mechanical angel Aquarion. So, just has the textless openers and enders, has a lot of these things now. There's just that assumption that you're going to get both languages. Back in the day with anime, you used to get English only or sub-only releases. So that's why you see some of this stuff. So the other one, second season, is Aquarion Evol, which is my save edition, as you can see. Some save editions used to be reversible, so you could get the original artwork. But it is worth checking out the cover because it does have this. It doesn't have the original artwork, but it does have some cool artwork underneath. Because sometimes you can get... Now, it's not on all, so if you get a save edition, it behooves you to check, especially the older ones. I'll give you a good example. My School Rumble set is like that. You can usually flip them, and it just has it without the save on there, because they're the same thing as the releases. So after accidentally forming the legendary mecha Aquarion, Amada finds himself at a pilot training academy where 50 girls love to get a rise out of him, and the boys seem more interested in exploring mysterious holes and big bangs than harnessing their elemental superpowers. It's all awkward dates, hijinks, and threesomes until otherworldly beings start abducting powerful female students. As a mysterious megalomaniac plots interplanetary disaster, the fate of the galaxy depends on whether or not hormone-fueled academy co-heads can come together to fight evil. Doesn't sound as good as the original one, which was a really excellent series, excellent opener-ender. This was still worth watching and very enjoyable. Of course, there's 26 on here. Originally, Funimation released this in 2 parts at like $35 a piece. Actually, $40 a piece. Yeah, way overpriced. And no, they were released about... I got that from... not even half that. Let's see here. There's nothing in the way of special features other than some commentary. There are some episode commentaries and some US trailers. And of course, the textless opener and ender. That's pretty standard as well. I'll let you know if they... Assume with an anime you've got both, as well as... textless openers and enders. So, yeah. So the next one here is Aquarion Age. Aquarion Age, which is... Don't mistake it with Aquarion. This is a 13-episode series. Now, I never did show off the discs for this one, did I? Okay, so we got this one. You can see. I don't mind the disc art in this. I mean, it's kind of cool seeing it like that. You can kind of see the shininess of the Blu-ray at the same time. And this one, you can see some pretty cool artwork on these. And a little Crunchyroll freebie. Matter of fact, if you want the, well, no, this isn't like anything special. It just says that there's like a, you get your free 2 weeks. That was a thing that was going on at the time. So behind the corners of human reality lurks a hidden war for dominance of Earth. Kyoda and his pal Shingo and Junichi dream of becoming pop idols. At the New Year's show, they get their lucky break when Cosmo Pop Agent discovers the trio and offers to manage their debut. Then things take a turn for the weird when Kyoto begins to having visions of magical girls battling one another in the air. Not only now, he's not dreaming. For centuries, 5 supernatural factions have waged war for supremacy over mankind, prophesizing that one day the Aquarian Age will begin and the group will reign supreme. So it's kind of interesting. It's not a mecha anime, and I keep thinking it's a mecha anime, but it's more of a magical girl anime mixed with some elements of it. So it's not a bad one. I enjoyed it. Like Aquarion better, but still, we got it cheap. So this next one is also one. And these are pretty cool sets. They upgraded these recently, and I'm going to read the description of one of these. But this is Aria. So this one is the first one, Aria the animation. As you can see, this is the Right Stuff limited edition set, which comes with a nice little booklet. Yeah, it's black and white, but still it's got some episode descriptions and some artwork and such. This is disc 1, as you can see, with the disc art. I'll start putting these back in. Disc 2, or actually no, sorry, that was disc 4, so disc 3. There's a disc art on that one. These are beautiful sets. I mean, they really are. There's disc 2. Hard to get with that light, but you can see them. Disc 1. Alright, so that's Aria. Now we go with Aria the Natural, Part 1. And they released it like this in the re-releases too. The biggest difference in Aria is that the special features, which these do not have English tracks. They only have the Japanese tracks. This is about this world, like this is like an alien world, but they call it New Venice, and it's just a water world. And these girls are gondola drivers, and they're all in training to become full-on gondola drivers for their different companies. On here, you've got the interviews with Part 1 and Part 2. Satogen Venice is Sorry, Parts 1 through 4, with commercials there. U.S. trailers, Clean Opener and Ender, and of course your guidebook. This one also has some stuff in here, but I'm going to try and get them in the right order this time. This is the disc art, the art book for Part 1. The explanation I gave you would probably be about even for it. So there you go. There is disc 1. Yes. So again, there's your postcard. Yeah, if you don't know about Right Stuff, they are very good as far as price comes, and they got some amazing sales that come up. It's amazing how much of a sale they can put together. Nope, we want to put it down. Alright, there we go. Right way around. Then we've got this one here. They use a lot of white. You notice it, which makes it a lot harder when I've got my camera on, but I'll try and get it for the camera. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Put it right in front of my face. Get the camera to focus in on it. There's a little animal mascot. They all gotta have their animal mascots, of course. And there's the last disc in that. But that's not the end of the series. No, no, no. There was a second part to this. This is just the first 13 episodes of it. The second 13 episodes is included in part 2 of the series, which is here. Now, part 1, again, promotional interviews, and let's see, cast reflections, and your same standard fare. Again, as stated before, you will not get a clean open. You will not get any English dub on this release. There is an English dub release for it, but not this one. For sure, they added color to these later ones. They're not as cool as that first art book, but still. So, of course, here's disc 1. So, disc 2. It's disc 3. Disc 4. Disc 5. There we go. So that completes that. So unfortunately for you, you will have to actually get both of these in order to complete that series. The last of the aria is the origination, which has some OVAs and specials and such on it. Let's see if I can get that in there. So again, similar stuff, interviews. This is 13 episodes plus the OVA, which is Arietta. Picture dramas 1 through 7, and Satojan's Venice I'm Sorry returns part 1 and 2, and of course your typical guidebook and so on. Oop. All right. So let's take a look at our guidebook again. This one's a bit more on the quality side than the others. And matter of fact, probably the best of them because it has the color, unlike the other one that was quality but had black and white. So there's disc extras. So just all these discussions and so on. There's that card again. I think you've seen that card before. There's this. Let's see, another animal mascot for one of the other companies. They like cats as mascots. I don't know why. Cats and water don't tend to mix. But, hey, whatever. It's a very pleasant and relaxing series. It's nothing like upbeat or exciting, but it's well worth owning if you haven't already. It looks good in almost any collection. All right, finally, we have the start, kind of little preview of the next episode of the anime Stroll. And that is Armitage 3 Polymatrix, which is the first of the two movies. And this one is a summary of the actual series, Armitage 3. It's a Pioneer release, another company that kind of went under. Such a booklet, kind of plainish disc art. So 2,179. We still got a ways before we get there. Mars has been colonized by Earth, populated by humans and second-type robots. Robots designed to perform menial tasks humans won't do. Then there are third types, illegal humanoid robots designed by a nationalist force to look and behave exactly like humans. So, and then you have sort of a cop duo with her and another person that's on there. Now, on here you've got this is old, it's got interactive menus, a special feature. But you got promotion notes and the original trailers. It's a pretty good series. I like the movie okay. I like the movies okay, but the series is the best, and you'll hear that in part 5 of our anime Stroll. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. Hit that like button. Of course, subscribe, and tell me a little bit about your anime Stroll. Where would you be in the A's on part 4? Would you still be on the A's? Would you be into the B's? Would you hit Z? I mean, we've hit what, 40 titles by this point. So, hey. Any case, I'll see you on the next one.
Goodbye.